Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Awesome, Naya. Hope you are great. This administration is hitting everybody back to back, and people are coming out to apologize over how they misled themselves and misled other people because majority of them with huge platform. When you have like 700 platform, you are huge, right? You are not a small content creator, and you misled people into voting for the other person, and now everybody is suffering it, right? It looks like someone close to her was taken, and now she is coming out to cry that black people were right about what they said and all that. She's apologizing. Now, let me tell you something. I don't care who you are. When it comes to this election, I was also at the forefront to make sure that everybody do the right thing because I use this platform to push so many things. I give so many instances why there is need for you to do the right thing. If not, it might hurt in the end, and which is hurting everybody today. Even black people that fought tooth and nail, they are also suffering the result of what you voted. And now you are apologizing. It's actually brave that you came out to apologize, but I am not in a position to say apology accepted. Black people will have to do their talk and all that. But yeah, I am also saying I don't care about your apology. Let's get into this.
I remember Chewbacca, right? She was so pro-Trump a couple of months ago. Now look.
If you are an American citizen, I just want you to know there are some conservatives and Republicans that didn't vote, but took the opportunity of telling over 500,000 people to vote. And as one of them, I'm going to say that I am sorry. I was extremely wrong, and I think watching the families getting taken away and Trey Reed being hung in a tree got to me. I'm not gonna cry on screen, so I'd rather cry before I hit the record button, bum bitch. Just so I apologize for believing Trump. And I apologize for what's about to come next. I apologize for those that don't know history. I apologize for those that don't know the 27th Amendment. I apologize for those that don't know how this is actually going to go about, and I apologize to those who haven't been paying attention. But I'm going to let you know in the next 6 months, the United States of America is going to turn into Armageddon. And I told people to vote for it, so I take accountability to protect my civilians. I could get your ass up here. Now.
It's almost like we told you. But I do find it kind of interesting that you're like, for the people that don't understand history or don't know history, I feel sorry for y'all. Love, we clocked this before the election. We clocked this back in 2016, back in 2020. We clocked it before the vote was required. This is what was going to happen. I was already comparing Schmittler and Trump before this term because we saw the fucking resemblances. It was obvious as fuck. I mean, finally, you're waking up. Hopefully you can get your 500,000 followers or whatever the fuck to wake up also. Or I don't know if this is just some grift to sell more of your end of the world doomsday merch. It was obvious as fuck. I mean, finally, you're waking up. Hopefully you can get your 500,000 followers or whatever the fuck to wake up also. Or I don't know if this is just some grift to sell more of your end of the world doomsday merch.
Yep, she was one of those that I had to block because of the bullshit that she was peddling and pushing during the campaign. And now she's crying. She's crying. We saw what was going to come. We were paying attention. We knew the history, and we tried to tell you, the people who follow you, the people who you are now admitting to misleading. We tried to tell all of y'all that this was going to be bad if that man got into the White House. Now we got concentration camps. People are disappearing. The 1,200 people that were at Alcatraz, Alligator Alcatraz, those people had disappeared. They don't know where those people are. Poof, 1,200 people are gone. Donald Trump is deploying the National Guard on American cities, on American people. We've got the military patrolling the streets. Donald Trump from the White House is strong-arming corporations into firing everyday, hard-working citizens. Now he's going after the CEO of Microsoft. I forget her name. But the reason why he wants the CEO of Microsoft fired is because Microsoft refuses to give iCloud access to Israel. Nobody's coming out and saying that. But let me show you. First, I saw this. Then Donald Trump put out this. And then I saw this. It's not hard to put 2 and 2 together to get 4. Microsoft refuses to give whatever it is that Israel wants. Next thing you know, Donald Trump is coming out talking shit about the CEO and calling for her firing. That's because Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu are like this. And we told y'all that back during the campaign. We told y'all that. And y'all told us we were fear-mongering. Now, everybody has to try to figure out how to keep people educated without stepping on the toes of King Cankles because of this domestic terrorist executive order that he has put into place. This thing right here. Y'all better read it. Freedom of speech ain't so free anymore here in the United States. Over 300,000 black women have lost their jobs since Donald Trump has been in office. Farmers are getting ready to go bankrupt. Medicare and Medicaid is going to be cut by the billions. He wants to put a 100% tariff on pharmaceuticals, which is going to make medications unaffordable here in the United States. And she comes on here with her tears to say she's sorry. Well, I give her credit for standing in the shit, getting on her platform to say, damn, I am sorry I fucked up. I led people wrong. She ain't lying. I don't know if it's a grift, but she ain't lying. I will say this though. My son was 4 years old. He was in preschool. And he and I were somewhere. And I mistakenly bumped into him. And he fell down. And I said, I'm sorry, baby. He said, Mommy, sorry never works. He was right. Because that sorry, it ain't gonna do shit to fix the problem that we are in. It's gonna get worse here in the United States. Y'all better buckle up.
Watching the families getting taken away and Trey Reed being gonna...
Listen up. I'm old enough to be a father. I'm also a former New Yorker. I'm a Jones generation, or the latter part of Boomer generation, but I call Jones generation. I know Trump better and longer than your fucking ass. You want some sympathy now with what's going on now with this administration for the second time he's running? Bitch, you should learn about the first time he ran about his controversy before you cast a goddamn vote. The reason my tone of voice is for to disgust to somebody like you, because you're a person of color, just like myself. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm also a person of color, and you're a female. He doesn't like that somebody's a female, African American, smarter, and I'll talk to him. It eats his ass up. He's also being a fucking bigot. He got sued twice for house discrimination to want the rent department that looks somebody that looks like you, including us Puerto Ricans as well. Don't want the dealers that's look to your fit to your prescription, count monies when his racist clientele coming in his casinos to hide them up. Yeah, numerous times. Central 5 also ring the bell. I'll go on and on and on. Long story short, you should know all about Trump, his controversies before you cast, even his first time. You know all that shit. You know all that shit. You might be great speaking multiple language. I'll give you that. No doubt, a lot of people can't do that, especially me. But goddamn, you should at least have had some use of critical thinking, common sense. Look at his controversies. Is this true or not about Donald J. Trump? And you fell on that shit. Maybe you thought because you make a certain income, you think you be exempt. Nah, man, this country is got a dirty history, but you should know about Tulsa, Rosewood. It rings a bell. I didn't even mention what they done to us Puerto Ricans, dirty shit since they took over the island from Spain. Also, they deport a lot of Mexican Americans twice. Deport them twice. The situation in the 50s and the Great Depression, just to cut down population control. Yeah. If you don't know your fucking history to beat yourself. You, it's just like me. Everybody is a registered voter. Should know about all the details of the politician. They're running for office, public office, regardless if it's local, state, and federal. It's our job to know if they're legit or not. Or they doing this just a PR stunt to look good on it, but it's our job to do it. But you failed on this. You don't want to listen to people try to tell you that, oh no, it's a left-wing propaganda, and I don't believe that shit. What happened to critical thinking? Find out the sources is true or not. Do your fucking research. Technology is around your fucking handbag. I wish I had this back in the day that I was growing up. I had to go to old school transcript the library. It takes some days and weeks to learn out. This you could do it in one day. Why is that? Why you failed on that shit? Now we see what they do with other human beings and other marginalized communities, what they're doing immoral and detain folks out in the due process, and now you worry about your next. A little bit too late for that. A little bit too late. You got no sympathy for me. And I've been telling not just you, but really, I discuss it because you're another person of color like yours truly. But anybody else that also vote against the interest, unless you're 1% elite billionaire, Trump and his minions don't give a fuck about you. You don't. No sympathy from here. Maybe you're doing this for some time. Maybe not. I don't fucking read your mind. But it's a little bit too late for the apologies, miss. A little bit fucking too late. For yours truly, the G-Man, I don't give a fuck what you got there, feel any remorse. Because you voted for this shit. Because you voted for this shit, since I'm a Latino as well, regardless I'm a U.S. citizen, Puerto Rican, doesn't matter. I live within the region of the United States. I got Trump supporters in this street where I live, work, gym, anywhere I go to. Alabama state lines to less than 3 minutes drive from where I live at. Bunch of Billy Bobs and Becky's over there, well, and here in Georgia is as well. How they deal with this shit. Because you'll cast your goddamn vote. If you fucking paid attention for the first time he ran, know about the controversies, and it's your job to do your fucking research and find out whether it's true or not, things would be fucking different, but you failed on that part. Because you're just a selfish bitch. You don't think it's not gonna happen to you. Too late. It's already happened. And don't think it's gonna come for you next. Mind bubbling, you in the childbearing age. You're the first one that took the rights to have an AB for medical personnel. You should be that's the ring the bell starts to begin. You know, the red flag right there. Just let you know. Hope you see this shit. I despise anybody that vote against the interest and apply that little remorse mode a little bit. It's a little bit too late. Especially if you're a federal person of color in your marginalized community, or different sexual orientation than me, or a veteran. I'm a veteran too. And anything that you vote against the interest, I had no sympathy for any one of you. Because you cast that vote, I had to go through this bullshit because of your selfishness. And believe me, deep inside, I try to keep my anger and frustration out for cumulative guidelines policies with TikTok here. Because I really want to tell you what I got to really want to feel. But we all guessed at this application, we had to go back to their roots. Just let you know. So, enough. I want you to walk and talk if you really be sincere. I want you to do the talk in remorse. If you really claim that you're fucking sincere, then they'll show some.
This is all I got from this video. I don't know what to tell her, but it is actually hitting everybody back to back. I think somebody is missing. Maybe one of hers. Something happened. I don't know. And now she's coming to tell people that she was wrong. That she messed up. She had about 600 to 700 and something subscribers. And I think that account was banned. And that she now opened a new one. Let me tell you people something. There are, one thing I have known for sure is that I try to learn from people that are not better than me. Like I always tell you, no matter how intelligent you are, and there are people that are better than you. The same, I remember giving analogy about my cousin, NK. NK is so brilliant that nobody told me, but I was like, wait, why is it that she's always taking first? No matter how hard I try, I never come, because we're in the same class. I never come first. I am always second. She might pass me with a dot, one or half, and she is the first. So that year I was like, for severally, not even 1 year, severally, because we went through the same school all through. I was like, let me see if I can. No matter how hard I try, the truth is that she never passes me with more than one, sometimes half. But when somebody passes it with half, of course, automatically the person becomes the first. I tried, so I gave up. Actually, that was the day I stopped. After several times, several classes, I said no more. I give up. She is better. And that is as simple as that. Right? No matter how intelligent you are, there is someone better than you. And what do you do when that person is better? You find out how you can learn or understand some certain things from the person. Some people are very emotional when it comes to politics. Why are they emotional? I have no idea. Politics is a game people that are emotional don't play. If you get emotional, they will leave you behind. Have you seen where two politicians are fighting and then they see themselves outside and you see them say hi to one another? And you, that is probably backing them up, you are fighting with someone that you will never forgive or something like that. Right? All this. Some people are not smart. And in the end, they come out to apologize and say they made a mistake. One thing I know for sure is that if they had listened to black people, because black people, she's also a black person, gave everything they talked about when it comes to this election was detailed. Back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back to Project 2025. Everything was detailed. That even if you are deaf, you could see the sign. But yet, some people went ahead to deceive other people. And now they are sorry because they can see that they can't change anything. Anyway, black people will have to be the one to tell you if they accept your apology. But for now, anything that got to do with I ain't accepting anybody's apology. Bye for now.